big one.
Like I said, we was just talking the other day
About him?
about rappers, entertainers and rappers that you mentioned. What's his name that was giving back to the community?
Oh, Little Durk.
Little Durk. I made mention, and I mentioned Chance, because they're all doing things in their communities, giving back educational, saying that they're not perfect.
Oh yeah.
So understand that LeBron James in his school in Akron,
right?
He could do something totally like, where they even may even close the school down if it's related to children. Like Kanye is acting crazy with his school. Right. But we got to keep in mind that even though they're planting seeds in people's lives and doing things, they're not perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
So the latest with Chance, and Chance don't never get in trouble.
No, that's what's so surprising with him.
So he's at Carnival. You know how they had the Carnival in like Barbados or whatever that is.
Is it an island?
Yeah, those islands.
Okay.
I think it's Barbados. Who has the Carnival? We'll read the
Trinidad?
story. We'll read the story.
Okay.
And he was I wanted you to do all that before we started.
I didn't have to until now.
And he started grinding on this girl. So everybody's like, does your wife know you all up dancing all on this girl? And then some people are like, there's no problem with it. He's just dancing. Was the wife
not there, I guess?
Well, that's what people want to know. Was the wife there? If she's there, it's like going to a strip club.
Right.
If you go to a strip club and your wife is there, then it doesn't matter what you do. She's there. And she's like,
and if you have the same activity you do when you always go, and both of y'all okay with it, like you flinging dollars.
Right. So I guess everybody just want to know, was she there? Does she care? You know, is she part of this whole thing? Or is he just there acting up? Because Chance, you don't never see him messing with nobody.
No.
Never.
And this looks like a party situation.
So it says Chance the Rapper divorced sparks theories after spanking a mystery woman. Then there were some people that said they didn't have no problem with him dancing, but you don't be spanking nobody.
But you said like at a strip club.
No, I'm saying if she wasn't there and he's there, she might have said, I don't have a problem with you dancing. Okay, so Chance the Rapper celebrated his birthday in Jamaica on Sunday and went viral after multiple videos on social media show him grinding on several women despite having a wife. The rapper, whose legal name is Chancellor Bennett, even spanks a woman in one of the clips as she twerks on him.
Okay.
So he think he's single.
Okay.
He think he's single, all out there twerking. Chance, who don't never do nothing wrong.
But the thing is, some people probably saying something because some men do this, men and women, have done this even in their marriage.
Twitter users went wild, questioning if his wife would approve, and one fan went as far as to say that his behavior is indicative of a divorce. Bennett, 30, has been happily married to Kristen Corley since 2019, and the
she was there.
Yeah, I don't know if he brought the wife and the kids.
This don't mean, for me, this is not deep enough for divorce.
One Twitter user made sure to explain that the Caribbean culture doesn't look at dancing provocatively as cheating.
Right.
But others claim that it doesn't include spanking. That's what I'm saying.
He touched her.
Right. Even at a strip club,
but you can't touch.
Even at a strip club, you're not supposed to touch.
Okay.
They could grind on you and do everything. You're not supposed to be reaching out and grabbing and all of that other stuff. All right. So somebody said they're mad at Chance the Rapper for cheating on his wife, y'all. Don't bring that European nonsense to this ethnic household and let that man enjoy his Caribbean culture. First of all,
why did they say European?
European. First of all, he's from Chicago, Negro. He is not from Jamaica.
What they trying to say? He was
okay. That's a Chicago Southside Negro. He's trying to act like he's from the West Indies.
Oh, y'all mind.
You better take your butt back over to the South Side of Chicago and get you some Harold chicken.
Oh, Lord.
Did Chance the Rapper cheat on his wife? Chance has previously opened up about the love he feels for his wife, despite taking her for granted in the past. This is a guy who talks about his wife all the time.
I don't mean nothing.
He loves his wife.
Okay, he wasn't loving then.
Well, the internet can argue on what cheating entails.
Thank you.
But the rapper was just celebrating his birthday with some drinks at the carnival. Things are bound to get a little wild.
But what's cheating? How's that cheating? No, not even that. The question, there's a number of questions. Some people may say that's cheating. Oh, that's cheating. Looking at women.
Right.
Pornography, that's looking. Mm-hmm. That's still, people can say that's cheating.
Everybody got their own definition.
And I think too, it depends on how often.
To me, it depends on what.
Like if that's like you gotta have it.
To me, it depends on what your spouse says. That's what the definition of cheating. Because if you
makes them uncomfortable and stuff.
Yeah, if you in a relationship where your wife don't want you looking at nobody, in that relationship, if you looking at somebody, that's cheating. Whereas if you're in another relationship with somebody, they're like, I don't care.
I don't care because I'm looking too.
That's not cheating.
Yeah.
So to me, it depends on what the person who you're married to.
Your significant other, your partner.
Do they consider that cheating? Lil Wayne hit the studio together, making fans believe that a project is coming soon. Now that the news is whether or not the rapper cheated on his wife, a fresh chance song would be ideal, especially with Weezy.
The wife they may even ask the wife about it.
She probably don't
say,
even care.
I don't care, y'all. Get out of my business.
And she seems like the type that won't even say nothing. His wife don't say nothing.
But I don't think this constitutes divorce.
Okay. No.
Do you know how many couples have gone through messier than this crap?
Yeah.
And then too, when a person has if they're together marriage-wise, because some even couples that are not married can mess the vow of being together and being respectful, and respecting one another. If they made that decision, if the woman or the man can make the decision to say, you cheated on me, I'm out of here.
I was looking to see if he had his hat on. He got his little 3 hat on too. And you know the 3 is the Trinity.
Trinity wasn't there when he was there doing that.
I think he got drunk and got out of hand.
Too many little spirits.
Because he would have at least taken his hat off. He would have been like, I'm not going to leave
your cross and I love Jesus on your shirt.
Yeah.
And you slapping in the
I think what happened is, and we don't know. Let's go both scenarios.
Okay.
Let's say his wife was there.
Uh-huh.
She might be the one filming. Right. So she like, go and have you a good
honey, it's your birthday.
Go ahead.
Your birthday.
And they probably was like, it's your birthday. And then the girl was grinding all on him, and then he was spanking the girl and all this.
I'm gonna tap her, honey.
So
like you do me.
Yeah, like he was drunk.
Yeah.
Then there's the thing of his wife was there. She was filming. Mm-hmm. She didn't know he was gonna be spanking the girl.
Babe, you're going too far, hon.
Yeah.
Just look and laugh and do whatever.
Right. Okay. Then there's the thing. His wife was nowhere to be seen, which I believe. And he was recording with Lil Wayne and them. And they all got probably drunk or whatever.
Then he realized, I'm being recorded. My wife, my family, birthday. My mama, all of that.
And then he was getting caught up. Because he's supposed to be a faithful guy. Uh-huh. So this is like, this is the most he's ever been around another woman to be all grinding on him. And then he just got excited and started spanking the woman.
Yeah.
Or he's getting a divorce. Like they say, he's not even with his wife and he's doing what he want to do in Jamaica.
There's a number of scenarios.
So we don't know.
I'll pray it's not the last one.
No. But what I do know, in any of those scenarios, he shouldn't have had that hat on.
Regardless of whatever. You said the meaning of the hat.
It's the Trinity.
No, he shouldn't have. If we all know and follow him.
You know, Chance.
Because until you said that, I didn't realize what his hat meant.
You know, he's Christian.
Oh, yeah.
So he talks about Jesus.
You know what, y'all? He did a David and Bathsheba thing.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, no, David was worse.
Thank you very much. Yeah. David. Who goes and has somebody's husband's life taken? That's some deep.
Yeah. So I don't. In any other situations, I'm zoning in on the hat. He should have taken that hat off.
That you keep saying about the stupid hat because of what it means. I guess that's
you're like saying. Having a Jesus shirt on. I love Jesus, and you out there grinding and hitting a woman.
No, and you saying the meaning of when I wear this shirt. People go, I had a spiritual encounter with God, and he touched my heart, and you got that shirt on in the club, tapping some strippers.
Grinding some woman.
You be like, ooh, you was really high.
Exactly.
You didn't even realize take the shirt off.
If he was grinding his wife, then that's different. But he never does anything. That's why this made such a big deal.
I know.
If this was any other rapper, nobody would care.
Yeah, you're right. Because they usually have behaviors like that.
It's Chance, who's a good guy, good kid. From Chicago.
Well, maybe he'll learn from this. Maybe he'll see this and go, I can't be messy.
It depends on how his wife. If his wife don't care, he'll laugh this off.
Well, that's a private thing. But
if his wife cares, then he got some explaining. You got some like Lucy. Lucy, you got some explaining. Uh-oh. You got somebody. Go find out who's at the door. We got somebody at the door.
Uh-oh.
Let's find out who's at the door. We're live. And it's a police officer. Yeah, let's see. Let's see.
Hi, officer. How are you? You know, I was calling trying to get the emergency lady. I mean, not 911.
Y'all, we got a police officer at our door. Hey, officer, we're live on YouTube doing our show. So we're telling them a police officer is at our door. My mother called 911 by mistake, y'all.
What were you looking up on 411?
She thought she was calling 411 and she was calling 911.
It's like, oh no, what happened? Don't do that again. I'm sorry.
That's okay. As long as that one's okay, it's all that matters.
So we're the Woods family, just so you know. So hopefully you Thank you, sir.
Thank you, officer. We had the police come
What is wrong with you? You don't just tell not call cops to come over. I said I'm trying to get 411. I thought they would come over because it's your mom.
No, why would
somebody?
No, we live.
No, I'm saying
why would y'all? We had the police. Oh Lord,
my
Jesus.
mom wanted 411. She needed a number
911.
And we're really the only blacks in this neighborhood.
Emerald says, is the officer handsome?
Nah, he was okay.
Regular guy.
But as the only black family that we know of in this neighborhood of mostly seniors.
She said, is he black? Nope. Wendy says, is he black?
You see a white cop at
so
the door.
So that's why we was like,
why is he here?
Why is there a police officer at our door? We the only black people. And all this stuff going on now.
What do we do? Did our neighbor see me?
So I was like, why is there a police officer at our door? A white police officer.
And mom peeps out the kid. He says they're an Ion. He had a different name for you. Ion or something. And she peeps over. Oh, I'm so sorry, officer. I was trying to dial 411 for a number.
411. He said, what's your name? I said, she didn't believe me, though. She said, where you live?
Oh, she said she told the lady that answered 911, you said you was trying to call 411. And she said, what's your name?
What's your name?
And then what else did she say?
And I live at Grace Lake. She said, where you live? I said, Grace Lake. I said, ma'am, I don't want
You told her where you lived?
Yeah, I said, I live at Grace Lake.
You told her your address?
I said, I forgot the street. I knew it was 2813.
Oh, my. She told the 911 lady our address. Why would the 411 operator ask for her address? So then you told her the address, and what the lady say?
I said, ma'am, I don't want 911.
You said, ma'am, I don't want 911. And what she say?
And she didn't believe me.
And you hung up?
Because you dialing 911. She's thinking, I got to handle this as an emergency.
Did you hang up?
I hung up on her.
See, this is the thing. We just moved to this is what I'm saying. That's why white people don't like us. We just moved to this neighborhood. No crime, no nothing. No police, no nothing.
The
first time some Negroes move in and a police officer, a police car. So you know every neighbor is looking like, why is the police at their house?
Oh no, they're at the black people's house. Hey Jim, don't you see that cop? Where they stopped? They stopped at that house where those black people moved in.
Bob, we've never had the police come.
Sarah, I heard that there was a cop at the black people's house on such and such.
Now it's going to be 16 people walking their dogs going by the house.
He was nice. He was friendly. As I came to the door, I say, oh, we're on our YouTube station, officer. What's going on? What's going on? He said, is there an Iona? He said a wrong name.
Yeah.
Living here. I said, Iona Woods. And he said, well, we got a call to come to the house. And Mama peeped out. Oh, officer, I'm so sorry. I meant 411. I was trying to find a number. And he did ask, did you ever get the number? No, did you?
I never got the number.
I said, I'm sorry, officer. Ma, you could have asked me for the number. Me and Mama going back and forth while he's standing at the door smiling. Oh, my God. Okay, that was funny because they interrupted our show. We hearing too many stories like this, you guys.
Do y'all ever do, as black people, do y'all ever see something or be somewhere or whatever, and y'all be like, why it gotta be black people?
I know. They just making us look bad, don't it?
I don't care no more.
Or we're honest. I mean, some of y'all are white listening to us too, but you gotta understand when we're out and we hear things on the news, like that sniper years ago when we heard about the sniper shooting, and we're like, oh, I hope it's not a black man.
All right, here we go.
And it was a black man.
All right, let's read everybody's stuff. So Emerald said, "Hey, ladies." Wendy says, let me go back.
You gotta tell me later what number you were looking for.
She said 410. Oh, what she was calling.
Yeah, what person?
Wendy says, "Hello there, warrior queens." Hey, Wendy.
Hey.
Wendy says he always professes Christ. That's Chance the Rapper. Chance, the devil is chasing him. And then they said, everybody said hello to each other.
Trying to ruin his reputation.
Again, Emerald said, "Is the officer handsome?" M Perk says, "Hi everyone." Hey Mike, we found out we noticed Mike knows our cousins. Mm-hmm. Emerald says, "Mom is hilarious." Wendy says, "Is he black?" No. Mm-hmm. Whole town is talking. Wendy said, "Yep." So let's go on. That threw me off. Now I'm totally thrown off. I look up and I see a police officer.
I'm not saying it out loud, but you know what I was thinking of.
Somebody called the police. Mm-hmm. See, and it was our mom.
Sometimes you invite trouble, and you don't need to. You need to stay far away from trouble.
All right, here we go.
Okay, going back.
Effects of sharing teen on social media. Now, this was on The View today. Mm-hmm. All right, let's take a look at this.
Media influencers use their children as characters in the content they post. And some of these kids are pursuing legal action now to make sure that they're financially compensated for it. There's a long history of child stars being taken advantage of by their parents. And this is starting to feel the same way because people have been shooting their children since they were born. Nobody asked the kids, and now the people know these kids.
I have a lot of shows that I watch
with kids
on
and
YouTube
parents are in there,
where it's family shows. Mm-hmm. And the most recent show that I watched, I've been watching them for years. Mm-hmm. I seen 2 of their children born. The first one, which was like maybe 4 years ago, and they just had a baby just now. Camera all in his face. He's in it. And then you have even DDG, his nephew, Woo Wop. Woo Wop's been on camera since he was 2 years old. And he's grown up with the camera. Queen Naija, all of them, they're her kids. You guys know if y'all watch any of the shows, the Prince family, all of them. We grow up, if you watch their shows, those kids grow up with us.
It's harder, I think, too, for YouTubers because YouTubers, they tend to be more at the time as far as the filming and stuff versus a reality show.
That's different, yeah.
That's different because reality show.
But then they don't have a say so either on a reality show.
No, reality show depending on how old they are.
Because look at T.I.'s remember T.I.'s kids when they were little. See. Little Major and then the other little girl.
Well, see, reality show probably will go along with this if this happens because the kid is in there. He has no choice. Ma, move the camera. He may be 11. I don't want to be nowhere near the camera. Or they're loving it. They're eating it up. But are they all being compensated?
But here's the question.
For the money they're making.
I'm even going beyond that. Even regardless of them being compensated, what Whoopi said, they never had a choice.
Right.
But how is that any different than any other commercial with a baby? The baby doing the pamper commercial don't know he's doing a pamper commercial. He don't have a choice.
So if a mom or a parent in general, I don't want to say exploit. What's another word for that? Where I don't want to say exploit, but they put them in TV, social media, whatever, and then that kid gets of age and goes, I don't want to be a part of this.
But everybody knows everything about me. That's a good question.
You opened up my private world to
But even in commercials, how am I supposed to sell diapers if I don't have babies? So, you know what I'm saying? But I guess a diaper commercial is different than reality show.
Okay.
Because a diaper commercial, I don't know everything about that baby.
That's true. It's that
in a reality show, I literally know.
You're growing up with these kids.
They're growing up with me.
And you're looking at these kids going, oh, I remember when she was first born. Look at her now with her personality.
And the funny thing about it is we feel like we know them. So, like, if we ever come across them, that could be scary to them.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking of, like, even DC Young Fly. I remember when he was dating his girlfriend, and they had their first child. And she has a whole personality and but that's the same as the Kardashians. Because we remember all of their kids being born. I remember when Kanye's daughter was born. So, and watching her personality on TikTok now is so funny because I remember when she was little.
See, how do you handle that?
North.
The kids are going to go along with it because they're under your care as their caregiver, their parent.
They don't know anything else.
They have no clue. Some kids love it. They love with the cameras just like you do. So,
and some of them don't.
Yeah.
Now I'm noticing I do watch some of these shows, and as some of the kids get older, some of them don't want to be on film.
They say that?
Yeah, they'll say, "Don't film me," or "I don't want to be filmed,"
and then they'll just leave. And hopefully the parent is listening. Saying, Mom, please take the camera off me.
Yeah.
Because Sunny said she probably wouldn't do it with her kids making money off of it because her daughter is very private. Her son don't care.
Right.
I'm like, I don't care if you show me in my underwear, whatever.
But I definitely don't think you should be compensated. Because if you on a reality, if you on YouTube, now that's different than a reality show.
Okay.
If you on a reality show, you're a character on that show and the network pays you.
Right, you signed something.
So when T.I. had his new daughter, I'm pretty sure he made her give her a credit. So she can get some money too from the network.
Oh, okay.
That's just being a businessman right there. That's smart.
Yeah. Well, remember you said when I first started watching reality show, The Osbournes.
Oh, yeah.
I never knew they had an older daughter.
Yeah. She didn't want to be on.
She didn't want to be nowhere on camera.
So and the same thing Mama watches Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah.
So the other daughter, she never wanted to be on there.
And the Braxtons, you rarely saw the brother.
Yeah, he don't want to be on TV.
Yeah, reality.
But those are adults.
Yeah.
But
kids,
Toni Braxton showed her kids.
I know.
Showed her the other sister. She showed her sons.
Yeah.
And then they got a little older and they didn't want to be seen, remember? And then you got the same with the housewives. Yeah. You got some of their kids want to be seen.
We started seeing a lot of them.
And some of Candy's daughter didn't want to be seen. Remember, they would try to show her and she's like, please don't show me.
See.
So it just depends on the kid. But definitely on YouTube or social media, no. You're not getting compensated.
Well, that's what Anna was saying. Who are they suing? The TV?
That's what I'm saying.
YouTube?
No.
The parent? How you suing?
Because most people, then now we're starting to get into a whole nother thing now.
What?
Most people aren't making what the Prince family makes. If you're making millions and millions of dollars, I guess that's different than somebody who's just showing a reaction. That's like Mom. If my mother starts saying, I want some money y'all get from YouTube, I'm gonna look at her like, nah. Even though she another character in this thing.
People are watching her as well.
But the money comes into the household. So it doesn't go to one person. So that's what I'm trying to
figure out. What is going on in a situation where a kid would sue the parent to make sure they're compensated?
If they like the Prince family where they making millions and millions of dollars.
Really?
So maybe that's it. Maybe it's these type of kids that's suing.
And then how would the kid know that they're not being compensated?
Because somebody's telling them. Somebody's saying, you know what? You know who's a perfect example of this? CJ So Cool. CJ So Cool had met this woman and she had 3 kids already.
Okay.
And so they started doing content. That blew his channel up because people like seeing content with kids.
Right.
Pranks and things like that. And they pretty much made him the millions and millions and millions of dollars that he has right now.
Yeah.
Now he broke up with her. We all know if y'all watch CJ So Cool.
That's
he broke up with Royalty. And now Royalty is gone and she has her kids. He's still making money off of those old videos of those kids. I'm sure they would sue.
Those kids can say, you made money off of us.
You still making money off of us.
Wow. But what contracts are you signing?
You're not signing no contracts.
That's a hard one.
So this is a new, remember we was talking about AI?
Yeah.
Being in a whole nother field that this is a field that we don't know, it's new. So they're going to have to start creating laws, I guess, and things that would say, you have to compensate or they get this or whatever. I don't know what it is, but this is uncharted territory.
Yeah, it is. And then we always talk about our laws have not caught up with technology.
But can Royalty's kids sue CJ So Cool? If whatever you make going
a good
forward,
lawyer could probably say you're using someone's likeness.
Before, maybe no, because you're in the household. My mom's not with you anymore, but you still got
using our likeness.
You still got pictures and videos of me when I was little.
That's true.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay.
All right, so that's uncharted territory.
Yep, we'll see.
Let me see. Jonathan Majors, y'all, back in the news.
But what's the deal
Jonathan
with this?
Majors is dropped by his manager, Entertainment 360, following the domestic charges. So people dropping him left and right.
Have they finalized what happened with that situation?
You know they're gonna drop him.
Like, did he touch her? Did he?
It don't matter. They don't care.
He touched her, and can they wait until the investigation is over?
Wendy says, like I said Friday, the laws still have not caught up with technology. Yep. So this is another example, Wendy, of the law has not caught up with social media.
Yeah, technology.
And because people make millions on YouTube, it's not like before where you just make a little few $1,000s.
They're becoming a millionaire status.
Millions, multimillionaires on here.
Yeah.
Wendy says a well-known management agency. Yeah, this is Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors and his talent manager, Entertainment 360, have parted ways. An insider has confirmed to Variety. The development comes 3 weeks after Creed 3 and Ant-Man and Wasp and charged with assault and harassment regarding a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old woman. New York police responded to a 911 call leading to Majors being taken into custody. The unnamed victim was hospitalized with minor injuries to her head and her neck, according to authorities. So now they don't care about no innocent until proven guilty.
Like Chris Brown, will he be able to bounce back like other Black artists, athletes?
I said he's not famous enough. But because he's
been
attached,
in 3 major movies.
Well, because he's attached to Marvel, he might be able to. It depends on what Marvel really has his career in their hand. He has his career is in Marvel's hands. If Marvel keeps him up, they'll go to bat for him, and that's $1 billion industry.
My thing is,
if they don't want him anymore, he's done.
The sad thing about it, you guys, we can sit here and count for the last 20, 30 years how many people have had the same situation like him as a Black man or Black woman. And a lot of them have bounced back. Some of them come later in life after they've had OJ, for once. He's still OJ. His records are still in the books as a ball player. And so I'm thinking his PR, the thing that hurt him, remember that show you used to watch with, what's her name, that fixes up issues that happen with the president? Olivia, her character and what she does, clean up.
Yeah, he needed Olivia Pope.
Kind of like on The Game. When The Game and what's her name was the mommy of the basketball player. He got messy all the time.
They needed Olivia Pope.
His PR people should stay
They
with him.
just got rid of him.
I don't understand why they're giving up on him.
I'm thinking it might have something to do with the other director and the other actors.
He's hard to work with.
Saying not that, but saying that it is true.
He's an heir, somebody.
No, that he really is a psychopath and all this stuff.
Oh my.
So maybe they talk to other people in the industry, and they're not gonna go. They're not gonna bet on him.
Sad.
Whereas Johnny Depp or somebody like that, what's his name? I forgot his name. You know who I'm talking about. Not Johnny Depp.
Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man guy. They've had such a long history of film work that people are like, we've already invested in him. We got to go to bat for him. Let's see what Wendy said. Talk about a rude awakening. 360, Jonathan may be at the end of his career. He's famous enough, just not long enough. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like with Johnny Depp and, some of the other ones. Wendy says they're already looking at other people. And the guy from Snowfall. Wow.
He was supposed to play Dennis Rodman.
She said he's blackballed. Wow. Oh. See? They already ready to move you on. He hasn't had enough time. Samuel Jackson is somebody I believe they were sending Olivia Pope in for.
Okay.
Because he's made a million movies.
Denzel,
because there's people's careers and lives are based on them surviving.
Yeah.
There's companies built on Denzel Washington and Samuel Jackson. There's people who work, who have to pay their mortgages. Like Kevin Hart was another one. When Kevin got in trouble, they have to send an Olivia Pope in for him because he has companies.
So you saying
Will Smith is a Olivia Pope person?
Comparison to
he's not Will Smith.
The white guys too that was messy because you're saying the longevity of their careers. and how deep foundational they are in the whole entertainment world, they're willing to not drop him.
They'll bring in Olivia Pope in.
Wow. Dude.
Wendy says he's blackballed. She says Samuel Jackson was just in the news for being addicted to porn. See, nobody, Olivia Pope will sweep that under the rug.
Wendy.
And then his character, nobody cares.
Don't nobody care about him addicted
now,
to porn.
Chance the Rapper with the Trinity on his hat. He can't be addicted to porn.
No. I take, yes.
I'm just saying the people.
No, here's an example. And you're right with your opinion. Chance can have some problems with porn. Not saying they should, but let's just say for sake of argument, this guy can have some problems with porn. Kirk Franklin.
Oh, he can't have any.
He had a problem with porn, and he came out to say that.
Yeah.
It's artists that's like that where you go, oh no, you're struggling with porn.
Yeah.
Oh, man of God.
But Samuel Jackson,
I can give a hoot name.
I watch porn and they deserve it. And I deserve to burn in hell. His famous line.
Samuel Jackson.
Yes, they deserve to burn in hell, whatever that line is.
But I bet you this woman.
I'm sick of these god dang snakes on this goddamn plane.
Will cuss too.
It's so many Samuel Jackson lines.
Oh my God.
It's so many Samuel Jackson lines.
But the woman, unfortunately, I bet she's looking at this going, wow.
You destroyed this man's career.
And I feel bad for her because
I don't feel bad for her.
No, she's a victim too. You gotta feel bad for her.
We don't know what happened.
I'm just saying, if she really went to the hospital with some bruises, it's almost like Rihanna. A part of you are like that big old head, but on the other part of you like, oh, Rihanna, are you okay?
But that's
Chris,
different.
You shouldn't have hit her head.
Yeah, that's different.
So
she had major damage.
Well, no, I'm saying it's not different in most women's eyes who have been violated. That's what I'm saying. So we take that serious. Any man putting your hand on any woman. But I bet you she's sitting there going, ooh, this man's career is messed up because of me.
Wendy said, plus Sam's been married over 30 years. His wife probably does not care. They posted a text today where she said, it was my fault. I made you hit me. That didn't help. I made you hit me.
The moment you call 911.
But to say it's my fault, I made you hit me.
That
makes it worse.
Some women will say that.
But I'm saying by her keep talking, she making it worse.
I didn't mean to. You normally hit me anyway. I shouldn't have bothered you like I did in the past.
I shouldn't have slapped you in your face and you wouldn't have punched me.
Because you knocked me out before. I shouldn't have bothered you because you was under a lot of stress. Lord. With the movie Creed.
She's an idiot.
Yeah,
well, he chose her.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
That's sad, though.
He chose her. All right, lighter news. McDonald's is upgrading its hamburgers.
Okay, from what? Soy meat to what?
People kept complaining about how burgers don't look like how the pictures look.
Thank you.
Burger King said that they heard the same thing, and so they are going, this is both of them. They're going to, I had to move because my leg.
Burger King really don't have to.
They are going to, no, they burgers don't taste like what.
No, I'm saying the size.
So both of them are going to change up stuff. So they burgers, number one, look more like the picture.
Well, you know that ain't gonna ever happen.
No.
That one guy was trying to sue McDonald's because he brought the photo in and says, my Big Mac does not look like this photo.
Well, McDonald's has heard that man's cry and they want to do something about it. The changes follow other improvements to key menu items. Let's see. In 2018, McDonald's announced that it was switching to fresh beef. See, you just made a joke about their beef.
Soybean.
For its quarter pounders. That's real meat.
Fresh beef.
Let's see. In 2021, it launched a crispy chicken sandwich to replace the previous one.
Okay.
Everybody likes the new crispy.
They updated their nuggets too, I thought.
A late arrival in the chicken sandwich war, but they update that chicken sandwich. The spicy one is good. Let's see. We are gaining market share in both chicken and beef thanks to improved burgers and items. They do say what they're gonna change. Let me see here. Focusing on promoting its core menu items. I know they need to change that cheeseburger. That cheeseburger don't look nothing like that.
You probably, and the sad thing is, I don't know how much they're promising. You're not going to get the burgers, any of the food to look like the photos. That's been photoshopped. That's been fixed. They do things to take photos of food to make it look nice and delicious.
Right.
So that ain't gonna ever happen.
Well, I read it earlier. They said they were gonna do softer buns.
Okay, good, because they're stale.
And
can the meat be the size of the bun? Have you ever got a Big Mac where you lift up one of the layers and the meat is it's just tiny?
You know what I would do for them? If I was them, I would make smaller buns to make it look like
you're gonna
you
be
made
like
an
White
improvement.
Castle then.
Not as small as White Castle, but smaller buns, and then keep the meat the same.
Your meat can be the same. It looks big. It's deceiving.
People think that they made their meat more. Let's see. Yeah, that did. Wendy said that didn't help with that lady saying that.
Yeah.
Also, McDonald's now has chairs that are made where you can ride a bike when you sit down to eat.
Huh?
A bike.
While you're eating?
While
you're working out, while you're eating all that bread?
That's ridiculous.
You know what, though? I can tell you this. When we went to McDonald's while I was in Czech Republic, fresh.
Any McDonald's in every country is fresh.
That was fresh. Well, we don't know what we eating in some countries.
No, but I'm saying we went to McDonald's in Paris and it was fresh.
Fresh.
Yeah.
It's like they just killed
and the meat
beef.
don't taste like the meat here. I think
Yeah,
they're
it's
using
more
different.
fresh.
Yeah, they using different
Why
stuff.
is that? And that's just another country.
They using different ingredients.
Okay, so
Yeah.
our American McDonald's is saying this, or is they saying this
Internationally, they're gonna make a change.
Oh, okay.
M Perk says, I guess we should just go to Wendy's.
Yeah.
Stay with Wendy's.
But then Wendy's is bragging on their fries. Yuck. No, Wendy's.
All right, y'all. Back to whatever's. I tried to mix it up because this country is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mike, I saw you send this story. We was going to talk about this anyway.
Oh, this the one he sent?
This is a woman was fatally shot by a New York homeowner
Say that
after
3
she
times
went
in a
up
row.
to the wrong driveway.
It wasn't a racial thing.
A 20-year-old woman, they might as well say white woman because everybody make everything racial.
Yeah.
A 20-year-old woman was shot and killed by a homeowner in upstate New York on Saturday after the car she was in accidentally went to the wrong address. Local authorities said on Monday, Kaylin Gillis and 3 of her friends were trying to find another friend's house when they mistakenly pulled up to the house owned by Kevin Monahan, according to Sheriff J. Murphy. They quickly realized
their
mistake and were turning the car around.
How many times have we done that?
When the Mohan man stepped onto his porch and fired 2 shots.
I'm thinking down in the South when you got that big long land.
This is New York.
No. Get off my land. Get off my land. And the person hurry up and turn the car around and leave.
One of which struck Gillis. Short on cell phone signal.
Yeah, they didn't have a signal out there.
Her friends drove 5 miles to the town of Salem to call 911.
She probably would have lived if it wasn't.
And I bet you she bled out. I don't know how many times I keep telling y'all, stop the bleeding.
Well, how do you do that if it's in the head?
You still got to try to stop it. I mean, you can still die. I'm just saying that.
Okay.
Just try.
Okay.
Emergency responders performed CPR on Gillis, but she was pronounced dead on the scene. Monahan, or whatever his name, Monahan has been charged with murder in the 2nd degree and remains in custody at Warren County
Jail. They waste
Jail.
no time taking him in.
The sheriff said it's unclear whether he has retained an attorney. It was initially he was initially uncooperative with investigators.
Yeah, they had trouble getting him out the house.
Refusing for several hours to exit his residence or answer questions. Murphy summed the case as very sad incident involving an innocent young woman.
So this is not
she didn't even come up to his door.
This is not even a racial thing. So we go back to what you said earlier
yesterday.
We're coming into a country as the Wild Wild West.
That's it.
We're going back to the cowboy days where they come out. Get off my land. First ones pull their gun out to shoot. Is the first one to get shot.
Yep.
You shoot everybody and everybody go for cover.
But remember I
feel like we're the Wild Wild West now.
Remember I said yesterday I want to hear more about the story with the 16-year-old and about what happened. Mm-hmm. Because yes, on face value, we can say racial. But does this man have a history of just shooting at everybody? This guy wasn't racial and he's a nut job. So the other guy could be a nut job too.
Well, that goes back to what they've been trying to figure out with the whole gun law thing. all these people, we're not talking about drive-bys and gang-related stuff. This is a whole different group of people who carry guns, probably are approved to carry guns.
But what happens here?
How do you monitor a person's mindset, whether it's racism, whether it's mental illness? It could be anything where they legally have those armed guns in their home. They have got them to obtain them the right way. They've had them for a long time. You can't monitor somebody's actions like that.
There's nothing you
There's
can do.
nothing you can. That's what I'm
because
trying to say.
When she drove up in his driveway and then turned around and said, "Oh, we got the wrong house," there's nothing you could do. How many of us have driven and said, "Oh, this is the wrong house," and then turned around
and think about it?
We don't think somebody gonna come out and shoot us.
This is sad to say. You almost understand if the girls were black. You almost would understand his motive and because of the prejudice and the racism in our country. But the girl was white.
Well, that's what I said with the 16-year-old. So here we go.
So that's mental with him.
Wendy says, I sent you the article with the man that shot the boy. He shot him through the door. Yeah, we saw that. He never opened the door. The police said it had racial contentions. They don't know.
Yeah. And
then Wendy said they said it had racial components. They don't know. They assume it does because of the fact that he was black. Until I hear the story, we all going on the fact that it was a black boy
and
who showed up to an 80-something-year-old white man's house and knocked on the door, and he shot through the door. He didn't even open the door. He saw who it was, and he shot him. Do I believe 99.99% that it was racial? Yes.
Yeah.
Until I hear the story, I don't know.
And what made
because this guy wasn't racial.
They talked about it today. Each situation can be different.
Each situation is different,
and then it can all be mental something.
He could be crazy.
It could be a mental breakdown, and we all know in the spirit realm what the deal is.
Yes.
You know, we don't even need to go there. That's a whole different. But Whoopi was even saying on The View today, okay, I get it, the first one. But when he shot him again,
that's the part.
That's what she went.
Now that's the part. That's the part where I feel like the police feel like it was a racial component.
The second time,
because the first time you shoot somebody, you could say, "Oh, I was scared. I
didn't know what he was gonna do." Yeah.
But if I open the door and then I shoot you, I'm looking at you and I shoot you again.
You're down already.
That means it could be because you're black.
Yeah.
I don't like black people.
Oh, that
literally,
hurt.
That's why I shot
that
you.
Hurts.
So that's why I said 99, I believe, 0.9% that it was racial.
Yeah.
But the boy is alive, thank God.
Right.
And I still want to hear him. I want to hear what he said. Did he say anything through the door?
Yeah.
Did he say, "Get off my land, you blank N-word"?
Right.
What happened?
There any exchange at all?
Did he not say anything? A bullet just came at you?
Right.
Something. Did he say, "Get out of here"?
Right.
Or something. So I just want to, if he can say
in
it.
this situation, because they struggled getting the man out, what happened with him?
He's a nut job.
Well, I'm just saying, even as a nut job.
Now, how come nobody...
Did he have a situation that happened that day, or wife died, or daughter was raped? Well, I don't know.
How come nobody
that made him just come out and go boom, 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 boom?
How come nobody said maybe he don't like women? Could be a woman hater.
Well, nobody thinks about that.
See?
But the thing that makes us go, oh, we got to really pay attention to people that carry their guns and their weapons.
Yeah.
Is that she was a white girl too.
Right.
So she shouldn't have been a threat to him.
So Wendy says, you have to see the article I sent you. Yesterday, we wondered if he opened the door. He never did. He shot him through the door. Correct. We have more information now. Wendy says, not this guy, the guy who shot the boy at the article I sent. And look at the article. Okay. All right. So we don't know. We don't know what's going on.
And it's kind of sad because now we're becoming immune to this. Which boy?
Yeah.
The one that was living in Kansas. Oh, okay. Oh no, the one that got shot in
which one y'all talking about?
Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh no, not that one. The one that is 7 and it was in Atlanta.
It's too much.
That's sad.
Is it going to be something tomorrow? That's what I'm saying. Nobody's going to even talk about this.
Right. It's going to overshadow these stories.
A group of Girl Scout was going to each door and then somebody, it's like going to be something.
Somebody shot the box of cookies and hit the one girl in the...
Yeah. It's always something.
Okay.
M. Perk said, Wendy said it's too much. M. Perk said, if you always look for racism, you will always find it, even if it's not there.
Yeah.
The guy in New York wasn't racial, but if the girls had been black, it would have been racial. Exactly.
Right.
Remember the mass shooting. That's what we just said.
Mm-hmm.
If those were black girls in the car, automatically it'd be picketing and people would be saying,
what y'all doing on my land?
he came out and shot those girls because they was
You're
black.
troublemakers. Y'all trying to do
And
something.
I'm not saying that that's not true, because they do that. But what I'm saying is, I want to know who this person is.
Yeah.
I want to know the
His
history of this
background.
person. Does this person have a racist background?
Well, I'm thinking with this guy, for some reason, we'll find out more about him. But I want to say with this gentleman in the New York, he had a problem with mental illness. So think about this. Anybody in that car,
and Wendy says
he would have shot at.
Wendy says usually it is there. That's what I just said, Wendy. I agree. Most of the time, I agree.
In this case,
But
you
you
even
don't
went.
have- but here's the
you
thing.
went to the thing of women.
Here's the thing. And I once heard somebody say this, because it was a white person who said, y'all always got to put race and stuff. Always, always, always. And I once heard a black person reply and said, that's true what you're saying, but isn't it sad that I have to? That it happens so often that like if somebody following you around the store, are you following me around the store because I look suspicious? Or are you following me around the store because I'm black? It's sad that we, as black people in this country,
We asked that question.
we have to think like that.
Right.
Even though I know that a lot of white people say y'all shouldn't think like that all the time, but you have to.
And you know
because
what?
you don't know. Now, here's the thing. What I said, even with the 16-year-old, it doesn't matter whether he shot him because he's black or not. You don't shoot people for knocking on your door.
Thank you. Anybody.
Even if it was a white boy who came up and shot, and he
Yes.
shot him, why are you shooting people?
Through the doors.
If you follow people around the store, do you follow everybody around the store? If that's your thing of following people around the store, that's fine.
And the
But
sad-
don't follow every black person that comes
And that
into the
was
store.
one of
That's
the-
all I'm saying.
And that was one of the things that Sunny said on The View today. She said everybody's always getting on her about the race, the thing. She always throwing out the race card. She said today with that story with the young boy, that's every parent's nightmare.
Yeah.
You try to prepare your boys, your girls.
But how you gonna prepare them for that?
Well, that's what she's saying. She went into detail on you can only do so much, baby, when they pull you over, make sure your hands
Yeah,
are
you
up,
can
they
only
see
do so
everything.
much.
Baby, don't back talk them. Baby, don't get out and run. I mean, you try to prepare them, and it's unfortunate that a black mom or
Right.
parents of black children have to say this. But she said this is a nightmare.
But that's no
where all you can do,
Yeah.
and their presence is causing them harm.
And that's no different than, I'll use another analogy, as being a woman. You don't know. Are people treating you different because you're a woman? Or are they treating you different because that's just how they treat everybody? Is this man talking down to me because I'm a woman? Or is that how he talks to everybody?
But you know what?
But to be a woman, you said you have to think like that because it happens so often.
And the one great thing about all of us who are believers,
right,
Christian believers, and our faith is because you even asked, is that is the enemy using them because of the Jesus in me too?
You don't know.
You don't know. So I'm so grateful for in those situations because God had to deal with me in my closet. And I know we had family members that God dealt with, dang, they just so racist. I got to deal with them on my job. Holy Spirit says, continue to pray and believe me and love them.
Right.
Love them, love them, love them. That'll cover that messiness in their hearts. So I'm grateful that those of us who have a Holy Spirit that gives us direction and clarity, that can give us peace about something, even if it is racism.
Right. It don't
even
matter,
if it is the enemy coming at us.
Whatever it is.
How should I respond?
Remember
Lord?
that one pastor said, how do you know if you being tested by God or if you being...
There's three things.
What is
You're reaping what you're sowing.
If you're reaping what you're sowing, if you're being tested by God, or if you're being attacked by the enemy. And he said, that's something you gotta find out about God.
He said it don't matter.
Regardless of it is how you
respond to
That's
it.
it.
How you respond to
so
it.
whether the person is racist or they just a mean old
or
nasty
you planted
dog,
a seed and it's kicking you in
whatever,
your butt again.
You ain't gonna talk to me any kind of way.
and you show love still.
Whether you don't
That's
like
a hard
women,
thing to
whether
do.
you like women,
Yeah.
whether you don't like fat people, whether you like fat people, whether you, whatever it is, you gonna treat me the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
So that's the bottom line.
And she and I, it's so funny because Kim was saying how we both handle things differently sometimes, but when it all boils down to the Holy Spirit directing us, then you know that's God, because you're saying normally
I would cuss you out.
I would cuss her out and kick her, whatever.
Exactly.
It has to be the Holy Spirit because He said, "Don't do that."
Right.
Just smile
so
and
we'll
love
say,
them.
so with, like I said, with everything that's going on, there's always something going on.
This man in New York, he in a whole different ball game.
All right, so let's see what's going on here.
So you going back and forth seeing their comments?
Let me see. Let's go up. Wendy says is usually there. M. Perk said Las Vegas at a country concert. He first he cased a rap concert. That remember that guy that was shooting in Vegas. Wendy says it's systematic and coming back strong. It's Black people suffer from post-traumatic stress syndrome. And yes, it could have been an Uber driver. Yeah, I heard about the Black people having post-traumatic stress syndrome, and people were saying that was kind of silly, but I believe in that. I believe that because things can happen so much, you paranoid. Yeah. It's like, you don't like what's going on because I'm Black. And there's a reason why they have that syndrome, because things have happened.
You know, when I was driving today,
you don't just pull it out of your butt.
I went to drive to drop my taxes off because this tax day is due. Taxes are due. For some reason, what kept in my spirit was fear.
God is not giving us
that people are bound by fear.
Yeah, you can't be afraid.
Fear of our government.
Yeah.
Fear of another race.
Of everything.
Fear of losing your job.
You can't
fear
live in fear
of the COVID.
Yeah.
People, and you notice fear is got people grabbed. It's like it's a stronghold on fear.
People afraid.
The man shooting a boy, fear.
And you
this one,
right.
fear.
Yeah.
It's fear. We're holding on to fear of dying, fear of getting sick, fear of people like Trump getting in office, fear of all kinds of craziness. And I'm like, wow, Lord. And you know, He has not given us believers that spirit of fear. False evidence appearing real. So it's just unfortunate that came to me when I was driving to drop my taxes off.
Sammy Wallace says, I'm here. Y'all never content for men. I troll y'all from time to time. No man loving y'all's posts. What's up? Y'all hate Black men. I'm going to need a love for Black men post. All right, we'll give y'all some love. We say nice things about Black men, don't we? I don't know. Yeah, we do. We just did a whole thing yesterday, Sammy, about Little Dirt.
Yeah.
We do nice stuff on Black men.
So, yeah.
But we talk about everybody.
You're talking to you, and in fact, for you to make that comment, you talking to the wrong women.
He said he trolling.
That's what we prefer.
He trolling, it don't matter. Yeah. You know, trolling, that's what 50 Cent doing stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just kept going in and out and
they just troll comments. You and say stuff to get you all hyped up and mad and stuff.
Okay.
Wendy says, yes, it could have been an Uber driver. Yes, you're in the edge yesterday before you did a sad story. You made a sigh. You said, post-traumatic stress. Oh, it sounds paranoid. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Moving on. Bud Light. Emerald says, we have mad love for Black men, our brothers. That's right. We love y'all.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Donald Trump. Well, we could do a special show on y'all. We don't show y'all enough love. But y'all need to start showing Black women, too.
No, they don't have to.
No, I'm saying they...
No. We don't need them to do that. Or
no. I'm saying just in general.
Well, yeah, we all say that in general.
Right,
but,
yeah.
you know.
All right, here we go. Donald Trump Jr. calls for ending the boycott on Bud Light.
Why? Why he feel this way?
This is the biggest dummy. Now, all of the conservatives hate him.
What is his reason for this?
Well, listen to this, Dumbo. Donald Trump Jr. recently urged conservatives to end their boycott of Bud Light and its parent company, Anheuser-Busch, over the brand's collaboration with transgender influencer Dylan McVeigh.
Did you ever find out if you're saying that
or
name
Dylan?
Right?
It's probably Dylan. I don't know. So here's the deal. Anheuser-Busch totally blanked the bed with this Dylan whatever. I'm not through for destroying an American iconic company for something like this, he said on his podcast. when I actually looked into it, because he's a Dumbo like his dad.
He has a podcast called Triggered.
Yeah, he's an idiot like his dad,
okay.
Comb Over.
Mm-hmm.
When I actually looked into it, I'm not going to blame the whole company for the inactions or the stupidity of someone in a marketing campaign that got woke, Trump added. He defended Anheuser-Busch, saying it has historically donated more to conservative politicians than left-leaning politicians.
He has a point.
Okay.
He has a point.
What person doesn't know that big business is Republican?
Yeah.
Because they get tax breaks. Mm-hmm. I told you he's an idiot. Mm-hmm. And his dad is an idiot.
Okay, for saying this?
For not knowing that a corporation or a company pours millions of dollars into the Republican Party.
Well, that's why he's saying it.
So why would you picket a corporation? That's liberals. Liberals do stuff like that. They picket corporations. I'm trying to figure out
where you're going with this.
He's saying,
right. He's right.
He's saying don't
for one
picket.
Stupid marketing move that they got messy.
Right.
You can't pull down this company because they're the big boys.
Because this is the first time, I think, publicly that the two sides of the Republican Party are at battle with each other. The Christian, conservative, and the Mike Pence,
the big company,
gay is wrong, transgender is wrong, abortion is wrong. You need to go to the Bible. Everybody needs to be Christian. This earth is going to the hell basket. Versus Donald Trump, big business, money, tax
in
breaks,
my pocket,
what is it?
Big deals,
big deals going on. Not so much of those social
real
issues.
Estate. Yeah, it's not about social.
Less government. All of that. Mm-hmm. The clash of the titans have come.
It's starting to blend now, where you're like, I'm not blend. It's starting to divide. Because you got your. Here's the question that I ask for the ones that are very conservative when it comes to LGBTQ, abortion, those kind of rights. Well, if the NRA, for whatever reason, put anything out there that's dealing with social issues,
they won't. But if they did,
will that now cause the Republican Party and the big gun people to go, ooh?
That's why I said that
you have to let NRA go.
That's why I said this was a mistake by somebody in marketing, like what this bozo said. Okay. Because why would you go in cooperation with someone who's transgender and you donate millions and millions of dollars to the Republican Party? And again, not knowing your audience. Your audience is not transgenders.
But you know
your
what?
Your audience is these guys.
But you know what? A part of me sees what he's saying is the bigger picture. He's saying we're not gonna.
You boycotting gonna cost us money.
Thank you. And he's not going to crucify a company as big as this company who has brought in a lot of money because of one marketing strategy that just failed. Now they got the Clydesdale, the horses back out.
But what he did,
so they gonna clean it up. But don't y'all boycott them because they big.
What he did is he exposed Donald Trump and what I told you that all he cares about. He exposed the lies that the Republican Party tries to put out on the American people. That this is the party of values. This is the party of conservative values. It's not. It's a party of big business. Right. Kim, that's it.
Here's the thing.
He snatched the Band-Aid off of it and let everybody see.
But no, I think for some reason, I see what you're saying. He's helping it more. He is actually, here's the thing. Think about the women at the View. Alyssa and Anna are Republicans. They, in my opinion, are they're not about the social. As far as like DeSantis, I think they're trying to say the guy that you don't like, the black man. Yeah. DeSantis, Pence. They're too extreme.
But that's his audience.
I know, but no. The point I'm making is they talked about that the other day on The View.
Right.
They said Alyssa made it clear, you're going to lose a lot of Republicans who are not that extreme when it comes to conservative issues. DeSantis, Pence, they're too extreme.
But here's the problem.
And what Alyssa and Anna were saying is that there are more people who think about the big business like the Anheuser-Busch and don't care about the whole LGBTQ. There are a lot of Republicans that are thinking that way.
Here's the problem.
So I see both.
I got what you're saying.
Right.
Which is irrelevant. Because here's the problem.
No, it isn't irrelevant.
No, for him. It's irrelevant.
He's speaking like Anna now.
He's not supposed to.
I don't care. He's speaking with Anna and Alyssa have been at that table, and even Meghan McCain. They are not that conservative where they're pushing LGBTQ away.
All right, here
where
we go.
they're pushing. No, I'm serious. They're talking about this.
I get what you're saying.
That's the split with the Republican Party.
Right.
You got some who are trying to be back to the way it used to be, where they're conservative. Abortion rights is off. LGBTQ is out of the door. The whole thing with that. Big business is not that important right now. They're getting back to social issues. The Republican Party has been divided since Trump. And I think a lot of people are trying to jump on that bandwagon with Trump thinking, leave the LGBTQ alone.
That's not what he's saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. What Donald Trump Jr. is against what his dad is saying. Like he's saying what his dad probably says behind closed doors.
Right. He's being real.
But that's what I'm saying. You saying all that to say what I'm against what I'm saying.
No, I'm not saying it against it. I'm saying that the more of that is coming out now.
We know that.
I know. Yeah.
What I'm saying is Donald Trump tries to appear like he cares about the Bible and about all of these other things. And he doesn't. Right. All he cares about is business.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
So what this dumb dodo bird did is he exposed
his
dad, in my opinion, because his father probably feels the same exact way he does. He just wasn't as dumb as him and came out and said it. Mm-hmm. So now the people are mad at Donald Trump Jr. Because the mega people don't like what he said.
Well, think about
You're going against what we believe.
Think about this, because all the lies that have been with Trump from the very beginning, the truth is starting to come out. Mm-hmm. He has to separate himself, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I feel he has to separate himself from DeSantis. DeSantis is extreme.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Trump
all right, hold on. So you think maybe... All right, let's think about it. Think about this for a second.
Okay.
Maybe this is a brilliant move.
See where I'm going.
All right, hold on for a second. He used this dodo bird. He used Donald Trump Jr. because he couldn't say it. Hold on for a second. Because DeSantis is the moral ground.
Yes.
And Trump is like, I'm trying to save the country.
Yeah.
Now, all this other stuff y'all talking about,
it ain't important.
So he's trying to move MAGA into another boat, another pail.
Yes.
Because he can't compete with the Pence and the DeSantis.
Yes.
Because all this stuff coming out about him, touching women and buying prostitutes, no one believes he's the moral ground.
Right.
So he has to distinguish himself from DeSantis, from Pence, from all of these guys that's the moral ground.
That black guy you said, Tim Scott.
Mm-hmm. So the way to do that is start dropping these seeds now.
Yes.
That I don't care about a transgender on a can of beer.
Thank you. That beer is
how much money are these people bringing into our country?
Thank you.
And making people have jobs, for God's sake.
Thank you.
Budweiser Busch employs millions of Americans.
Yes.
Nobody cares about a can of a transgender. Now, DeSantis will have that company run out of business.
Make them look
because
bad.
There was a transgender on a can.
Thank you.
I'm saving us millions of dollars because we don't care about stuff like that. The left cares about stuff like that.
Yes,
not us. We care about keeping stuff in America and making money and jobs.
Yes.
Very good.
That's what I'm saying. And he's also going to win because Anna And Alyssa
will vote for him. Over DeSantis.
Anna does not like DeSantis. How he's coming at the LGBTQ.
And he'll keep his mega people.
Yes.
Because they like him because he's a celebrity.
Yes.
They don't care what he says.
Thank you.
If he comes out tomorrow in blackface and a clown nose, they'll vote for him. So he has his mega people.
Yes.
He's trying to get Anna and them.
He's getting people who are tired of the extreme conservatives. Thank you.
So he uses this
good
goofball
message.
to drop a nugget.
Yes.
And we're probably going to start seeing him and the other one with the blonde hair that's dumb, like his other son.
Okay.
And they'll say stuff and drop those little nuggets in there.
Yes.
And then it won't be Donald Trump saying it. It's his family saying it.
That's what I was saying, because I couldn't get it out, but you got it. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I was like, I think he's on to something by saying this.
Or he could just be the biggest nut job in a pair of pants.
And they're probably coming back and go, we got to clean up what you just said. Let's see now.
Right.
Well, what you said is kind of getting people off of the DeSantis thing. So maybe we can make this work.
And I can't be the moral ground. I got 20,000 cases coming up against
women
me.
I've touched and women I say I don't know.
I got to go another angle here, guys, to win.
Yeah.
Let's go to big business
I don't
angle.
care if you put an LGBTQ or a transgender on there.
I don't care about that.
Are you selling something?
Are Americans working?
Are they working? At the end, and the Bush, the beer place.
America first.
Yes. Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
All right. Good job. All right. All right. Well, let's see.
Okay.
Or like I said, he could be just goofy.
Okay.
Wendy says he's goofy.
You know what? Regardless of how goofy he is, this is a good.
We'll see.
This is a good direction.
Everything depends on, and remember, you heard it here on the Woods Report, guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you start seeing Trump shift.
Yeah.
Away from that moral ground stuff and more into business and taxes and less government. And if he starts to move around that, we were right. He's trying to move himself away from DeSantis and the moral ground people and get into the business and keeping our country safe.
Right.
That's what he's trying to move into.
And DeSantis is trying to take them back to how they've always been.
Yes.
Conservative, family values.
And he's going to say our mega is different than his mega. He wants to make America great again by making us go back to Jim Crow laws. Ooh. I want to make America great again by saying we're number one in business. We're number one in everything.
Yeah.
Watch. That's going to be the difference.
And the sad thing about it is DeSantis is not using wisdom.
DeSantis, I thought, was smart.
Well, here's the thing. The moment you start talking about race-related stuff, history of our country, you messing up now.
And how you going to run for president? This is not Florida anymore. Yeah. You're trying to be president of the United States.
So we'll see.
Good job. Good job. All right. We passed our little time.
Okay. Ooh, signed in late.
Real quick, Fox News settles the Blockbuster defamation lawsuit with the Dominion voting system. Remember we said yesterday they was going to settle, y'all. $787 million
settlement.
Yep.
Because they knew they would blow them away.
Yep.
Fox would be no more.
So remember we said that, guys. We said that they was going to settle, and they did.
They did.
And then your donkey of the day.
What is it?
Charlemagne the God gives donkey of the day every day. And today, from the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne the God gives it to a Florida man arrested after chicken wing attack.
And he's not a black man.
Foul play. Foul play. They trying to be funny.
Okay.
Florida man arrested after chicken wing attack. In the world of domestic disputes, some people might resort to throwing a glass of water in anger. But one Florida man took things to a whole new level. He allegedly chucked chicken wings at his wife during a heated argument.
You're kidding.
Yes, you read that correct. Chicken wings. According to WPLG, Robert Francis Audit, 39, was arrested after his wife called for help during a disturbance at the Wildwood home on Sunday night. The victim holding their baby told officers that they had been arguing over Audette's alleged infidelity when he suddenly launched a handful of saucy wings in her direction. Now we're not sure what kind of sauce was on the wings, but it must have been something seriously sticky. The officers reported seeing sauce on the victim's chin, her neck, and her shoulder, which means the wings must have been flying fast and furious. But that's not the craziest part. The victim tried to escape to a bedroom with their baby, but Audit went full hawk mode on her. This guy started banging on the door while shouting threats.
It answers why it was a white man. A black man is not going to throw his wings.
Well, you doing what they said. Hold on.
No, a comedian can make a joke on that one.
I'm about to beat your effing blank, he alleged, yelled as he was auditioning for a role in low-budget action movie. Thankfully, the victim and the baby were able to escape unarmed, and police eventually took him into custody. During questioning, he admitted to throwing the wings, but claimed he didn't mean to hit his wife. Look, we're not here to judge anyone's relationship dynamics, but if you're at the point where you're flinging poultry products at your significant other, it might be time to reevaluate some things. We're just glad that no one was seriously injured in this bizarre incident. Next time, don't work up over something trivial. Remember, throwing chicken wings is not the answer, unless you're trying to start a food fight, in which case, go ahead and wing it. Now, on the Breakfast Club,
I know they had to say something about a brother.
On the Breakfast Club, they always play a game like Guess What Race It Is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So before they found out that the guy was white, they played Guess What Race It Is. DJ Envy said white because he said a black man would not throw chicken wings. He wouldn't throw wings. What you just said.
Okay.
And then Pretty V was on there. I think she said Latino. She was just going mixed, not know which one they were. Well, it came out he was a white guy.
Okay.
And that is racist to say a black man wouldn't throw chicken wings.
A brother with some hot sauce on it and they were spicy. Why would he throw that at her? He would do something else, but not the wing.
Yeah.
So I knew it wasn't a brother.
Well, he got in trouble for throwing chicken wings. You cannot throw anything on anybody.
Oh my God. Food. He was attacking her with food. That's funny. Okay.
It's
think not that's funny, but it's funny.
The chat had went off for a minute, so if y'all was writing something, I don't see it.
Well, you don't see it.
The last comment was Wendy saying that John Jr.
so
was goofy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Don't forget we have a book out. The Woods Report. I'm not the Woods Report. A Joke a Day. 100 family-friendly jokes. The link is in the description. You could go on Amazon and purchase it.
And this is volume 1.
Volume 1.
Most of the jokes
you can look up 100 family-friendly jokes.
And we're still doing the joke of the day, you guys.
Make sure y'all get y'all a book. I want to start seeing people send me proof they got our book.
Send a photo of yourself holding the book,
saying, "Hey, way to go, Woods Report."
Joke of the day.
Joke of the day.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Always believe.
Yep.
And that was another Woods Report. See you later.